2009 will be a year memorable for a lot of things that happened. The inauguration of America's first black president, the death of Michael Jackson, and Glenn Beck crying on TV. Those are all memorable things. But the one thing I want to point out that probably no one in the mainstream media is ever going to tell you because they're part of this is that 2009 was the year of the assault, the out-all assault on free speech. And let me explain some things that took place in chronological order. Now, at the beginning of the year, there was a lot of talk about reviving the Fairness Doctrine. There were many U.S. senators such as Debbie Stabenow, Chuck Schumer, Tom Harkin, Dick Durbin, Dianne Feinstein, Harry Bingaman, the list goes on. And even that psychopath idiot we have as Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. And they want a revivement of the Fairness Doctrine in some way. They wanted a bill that would revive the Fairness Doctrine and bring fairness to the radio. Meaning all of these left-wing hacks who don't know how to compete in the market of ideas because, their shows suck. It's like listening to state radio. Bow down to Big Brother. That's all they basically talk about. If you try listening to Air America, that's basically what it is. Government good, the independent thinker bad. That's basically what Air America and other kind of so-called liberal radio stations are. And, of course they wanted that as well, a revivement of the Fairness Doctrine, because conservative radio increased this year in numbers in reaction to Obama and his corrupt administration, along with, the out-of-control spending in Congress. And so they wanted the Fairness Doctrine back. They wanted basically censorship of conservative talk radio hosts. Another assault on free speech we saw later on this year, and I think around March, was when a so-called fusion center in Missouri, a report was leaked, and it showed that anybody who had a Ron Paul, Chuck Baldwin, or Bob Barr bumper sticker on their car, something like that, and more, they were considered, threats. They were considered terrorists, criminals, etc. And you have to remember that these fusion centers that, was talked about in around March of this year, those were started by the Department of Homeland Security under George Bush and continued under Obama. Bush-Obama. Obama is basically a continuation of George Bush. I mean, if you honestly thought George Bush was a conservative who believed in free speech, I don't think so. And then also we have this year, we have the FCC diversity czar under Obama, Mark Lloyd, the guy who also wants a Fairness Doctrine. He wants talk radio regulated. And then there was something called flag at whitehouse.gov, where the White House wanted you to send in anything that was fishy, that was going around on the internet about Obamacare, and anything that had to do with Obamacare that they didn't like, anything from critics, they wanted reported by their minions and sent at flag at whitehouse.gov to notify them about it. That's basically another assault on free speech.